Hello, welcome to Record Time. Record Time is a weekly Akashic experience where we explore simple and mysterious themes through the lens of the Akashic Records. My name is Mina, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're an old friend. And if you're brand new and have no idea what the Akashic Records are, I invite you to check out my website, minaruchi.com. And there's lots of information about the Akashic Records, and there's a lot of free goodies there. There's meditations, there's a guided visualization, there's a lot of free Akashic transmissions there. So yeah, that's a good place to dive into if you're curious. But for right now, I invite you to just take a moment to bring your awareness to where you are right now. If you're multitasking, please devote your attention to whatever else it is that you're doing. But if it's safe and if it's accessible, you can close your eyes and just feel all of yourself gathering to where you are right now. If your attention feels scattered, just take this moment to intentionally call all of yourself back to your center, back to where you are right now. Breathing at your own pace with each inhale, you can feel yourself drawing more of your essence into yourself, collecting yourself back into this point, this space, this time that you're in right now. As though you're drawing all of yourself into your body, into this point of time and space. Breathing yourself in. And letting all of you land right here and right now. So today, I and the records have a nuanced perspective on gratitude. In the US, Thanksgiving is coming up, and it's a time where gratitude is emphasized, and I think that can be a wonderful thing. And I really want to just take this moment to kind of explore different facets of gratitude and different orientations towards gratitude. And I want to say at the beginning, you may not like this and you may not agree with this, and that is okay. I am not trying to change your mind or invalidate your perspective. So if you disagree with it, if you don't like it, by all means, please leave this. But if you're curious about different perspectives on gratitude, then you can muse on this. Just loosely play with it. You don't have to take it in all the way if you don't want to. Okay. So, the records are saying, don't mistake gratitude for complacency. don't mistake gratitude for complacency. And I want to just there's a lot around this, so I'll just speak to it as best I can. It might be a little disconnected here and there, but we'll arrive at the point. So I think in the personal development world, gratitude is often emphasized really deeply. It's like, be grateful, make your gratitude list, and really focus on that. This is especially emphasized when you're feeling low, when you're feeling depressed or stressed out, sad, in the throes of discontentment of any kind. A lot of people will say, make a gratitude list, be grateful for what you have, focus on what is going well, and don't put your attention on, what's upsetting you. Don't focus on your feeling of sadness, and just be grateful for what is going well in your life. There must be something that's going well. Focus on that. And this is from my experience. And I've said this before, but I haven't really gone into it. But I really don't think there's anything more annoying than when someone tells me to be grateful when I'm upset. It can feel so invalidating. It can feel so dismissive. And it can feel like the weirdest version of toxic positivity, where it's like I'm expressing discontentment. I'm not happy. I'm upset. I'm telling someone that, and whoever I'm talking to might say, yeah, but just be grateful. Be grateful. And in my heart of hearts, in that moment, I want to breathe fire and just say, I don't want to be grateful. I'm angry. I'm upset. I'm sad. And gratitude doesn't always feel accessible in those moments. When you're really in a sad space, or really in an anxious, stressed, scared space, whatever it is, gratitude doesn't always feel very accessible or pleasurable. And in those moments, if you can relate to that at all, if you ever get annoyed with all of the gratitude messaging, I invite you to honor how you feel in the moment. And if you don't want to make a gratitude list, if you don't want to be grateful, that is okay. I don't think gratitude has to be at the center of our focus when we're feeling something difficult or challenging. And in a way, what the records are pointing at is gratitude. Just like many self-help tools, any self-help tool, there's a fine line between supporting yourself and escaping what you're feeling right now. And gratitude is one of those things where we've labeled it as you can never have too much. It's great. Always be grateful. Make your list, do your thing, whatever. Be grateful, put it at the center of your practice. And I think that, yes, I'm not saying gratitude is bad and never be grateful. That's not what I'm saying. And yet, what we're pointing at, the records, and it's notice if you're using gratitude to suppress or escape what you're actually feeling right now. I'm feeling sad, so I'll make a gratitude list so I can avoid the feeling of sadness. So I can rush through the feeling that I'm feeling right now. So I can just expedite this experience and be rid of it because I don't want to feel it. So notice if it's a way, almost like a way to escape and run away from what you're actually feeling right now. So that's one thing to notice, because I feel like it's easy to do that, especially because people encourage it so deeply. And I think it is a beautiful practice, but it can be used unwittingly, innocently, as this way to kind of escape what you're actually feeling. And why is it important to not escape what you're feeling? Because there might be some wisdom in that. There might be something you need to realize or recognize in that feeling, what is that emotion trying to tell you? Is it there for a reason? Probably. And so this is what they're talking about when they're saying don't mistake gratitude for complacency. Like, don't confound those two things. Because if you're in an angry space or a sad space or a stressed space, if you're in a place of discontentment and you pour gratitude over it, it's like putting out the fire for now. You're suppressing it for now. And it can be really easy to just be complacent with your situation when that discontentment is there to tell you something is out of alignment. I'm feeling sad because something is not lined up right now. It could be that. It could be something else too. But if that emotion is there for a reason, trying to indicate something's out of alignment, and you just escape it or avoid it or pour gratitude over it, it's almost like settling back into complacency with whatever your situation is, that your wise part, your center, your emotional wisdom was coming up to tell you something's wrong. So this is why I think it's important to not escape into gratitude to avoid the wisdom inside the feeling that's present. So of course you can be grateful and you can feel what you're feeling at the same time. And you can validate how you feel. And it's not, I think there's nuance to this, of course. This whole thing is very nuanced, but it's not, this is an invitation to step outside of gratitude is good and any other feeling of discontentment is bad. I'm feeling sad, I'm doing something wrong. I'm feeling angry, I'm doing something wrong. I'm feeling stressed, I'm doing something wrong. It's not that. And that is almost like this tone of the messaging behind this, gratitude, 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 be grateful. It's like, it can make us think that if we feel anything but joy and gratitude all the time, that we're doing something wrong. And what the records and I are trying to do is to validate that that feeling is there, potentially for a reason, to tell you something, to indicate misalignment, perhaps in an area. And if you don't listen to it, nothing will change. And so we can become complacent. We can end up just sitting in the same situation for who knows how long, maybe forever. Nothing will change. But these forces, the feeling of discontentment, can be a catalyzing force for change. It can be the thing that motivates you to look at what might not be working in your life and to incite you to change something for the better, so that you don't have to just force gratitude on top of a unhappy situation to conjure and create and just force this feeling of temporary happiness. Because gratitude will do that. It will make you happy if you do it. And that's why people push it. But instead, it's like being with the wisdom of the discontentment as a motivating force to move, to shift out of the thing, the context, the situation, whatever it might be, if there's something that's out of alignment, to do what it takes to come back into alignment with your real self, with what feels good to you, so that you don't have to force yourself to be grateful, but things are lined up to where it's easy to be grateful because you're in a situation that actually feels good to you. So again, this is super nuanced. This is not always always do this or always do that. There is a requisite discernment here. You need to be able to discern when it's time to listen to the feeling and feel that feeling and notice if there's actually something that needs to be changed, or if it is time to actually just reframe your perspective, and gratitude can be a tool to help you do that. So it's not canceling one and only doing the other, or vice versa. It's like using these two ways of being as partners and to know when to call in one or the other. And that's something that I trust you'll have the discernment to do. Okay. So I would love to know how this landed for you. If this was a hot take, let me know. If this was something you've never heard, let me know. If you really didn't like it, and if you disagree, you could let me know that too, with modulated animosity, preferably. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if it resonated. And really, I think the point of this was to give you permission. If you're not feeling like gratitude is right there, super accessible, you don't actually have to force it. It's okay. It's okay to be where you're at. All right, that's where I'm going to leave you for today. I'm wishing you well until next time. Namaste.